Hey everyone, it is Christine with Momspiration 412, founder of EduPlay and Teaching Moments, and we are live for episode 3 of the Christine Furman Show, and I could not be more excited to have this wonderful, wonderful lady with me. Theresa, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for the invitation and congratulations on your show.
Thank you so much.
Deserved.
Thank you. I am so excited to be able to bring information, from my heart when I feel a topic that is so important for families and be able to have this platform for that, and be able to invite guests like yourself to share this wonderful information.
Thank you. And I appreciate you wanting to share it because it's not out enough. So
no, it's not. And I'm so grateful that we're going to be talking about safety advice and tips. And we're also going to share information about how moms and children, women and children, you don't have to be a mom, but women and children in the Pittsburgh area can partake in a self-defense course. So we are going to talk about that as well today. But what we're going to start off talking about are some safety situations that are kind of out there right now, right? Like there's a lot going on with the holidays. There's a lot of human trafficking going on. We are busy with our kids. We're often very distracted, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're just all easy targets. It doesn't even matter anymore because
automatic.
Right. I was, in a Facebook group here, and I am just seeing so many stories of trafficking attempts even. And it just makes me want to hold my babies even closer and just continuing to be aware of my surroundings. And I know that is your specialty, and I am just excited to hear more about it from you.
I appreciate it. Yes, it's a crazy time of year on top of everything else. So as I said, I knew my husband would walk in the door in the middle of this. So we are live. But yes, it's a busy time of year. And unfortunately, moms with small children are automatic targets because main reason is you are preoccupied. Mm-hmm. Worried about your children and what's going on with them. So you're automatically preoccupied with what's happening with them. Turning away from them in just a minute, what can happen in just a minute's time. So put that into perspective when you're out shopping as well. So your situational awareness is your number one priority at all times. You need to know what's happening around you. Just be aware, know what's happening behind you too. But as you're out shopping, take a look around. Is there a man walking around the ladies department, which you had mentioned earlier?
Yep.
Just what is out of the ordinary that does it, if something feels wrong, it is wrong. And you can't talk yourself out of those situations. A mall, for instance, or any store at this time of year, with all of the decorations and Santa Claus and other children, because parents are out there, roaming around with strollers and packages. There's so many distractions. Mm-hmm. And that is a huge, huge problem. My advice is if you can keep the kids home and do your Christmas shopping without them, do that.
Yeah.
If you are specifically going to the mall or going to the store for a festivity with your children, Santa Claus visit, train ride, make that your priority for the day. Take the children. That is all you are trying to do. Then you're preoccupied with packages and looking, window shopping or whatever while your children are with you. So separate the two.
I love that. That's great advice.
Yeah, you're not always...
Something today even, whenever I was out with the kids and we just went to a grocery store, but by the time that we, did our volunteering, we went to the store, they were tired. They were done. They were, hanging on the cart or looking at other things or, so then instead of me being able to be like, okay, I'm going to grab my things, we're just going to go, they're being distracting, Right. So that is great advice, just to do the one thing, which I I'm terrible at doing because we're always so busy. And when
Yeah.
we're out, we feel like we should do all the things,
Well, and sometimes you have to have your children with you. And
Mhm.
it's fine that if you are going to do that, have a plan of action before you're even going out.
Mhm.
If you may have a wanderer, you may have a child that likes to wander or is easily distracted. Have those game plans in place. Talk to your children always. As my sign says, it's never too early to talk safety.
Yep.
So if they are too young to know your cell phone number, have your cell phone on a piece of paper in their pocket.
I love that. That is a great trick.
If you're out shopping and you would get separated, there should be a plan of action if that ever happens. Stay put where you are, call my name. Never ever go out into the parking lot looking for me. I will never leave that store if you are not with me, kind of thing.
Mhm.
About reaching out to the security guard, you know, what a security guard looks like, has the uniform on. A cashier or someone who works there should have a uniform on with a name tag. They should go to a safe person like that. Sometimes moms, other moms with small children could be that safe person, because, you know, if you see a child wandering around when you're out and about, you know, as a mom, you're going to want to protect them too. So maybe it's another mom with other children. So just have a plan and action. You know, we've talked about our alarms that we have. Those alarms are bought a lot, even for children going, or parents that are taking kids to amusement parks, because they can set off their alarm if something is wrong. Same thing in a store. They're going to hear that alarm and know where that child is.
Right.
So it's, you know, it's things like that. Having the plan in place before you even go anywhere with them is so important.
Which I love that, because that's something that we definitely do in the car. You know, as you're driving, and I've talked about this often with the moms, you know, setting up those expectations.
Right.
And when you're on your way to wherever you're going, you know, you're telling them, listen, there's a lot of people out, and you're not trying to scare them, but you're also
Correct.
making them aware.
Correct.
Because if they're not aware of the situation, what's going on, they don't find this as important, you know.
Right.
Now,
And the more you talk to them about safety, and you are their safe person, and they know that they can come to you with any safety issue, their eyes are going to be open as well, and they become a safety person.
Yep.
They could be witnessing something happening with another child, or understand that person that just picked up that child, you know, it doesn't look like their parent. And your children, those type of things. If somebody tries to pick them up, they should drop to the ground and scream and yell, because the predator doesn't like the attention, and they're not going to try to wrap a child up and you know, bear hug them to get them out. They want a soft target too. They want a child that they can just grab by the hand and gently walk out of a store and nobody's noticing. So you tell your child to make as much noise and scream, and honestly, dropping to the ground and someone having to pick them up, they're not going to do it. They'll move on. They will get out of there as soon as possible. So, you know, again, talking safety is very important with your children, any age, as early as you can start talking to them about it. If you have a child in a stroller, give them something to preoccupy them, a toy or something, so that they're not easily distracted and trying to crawl out of the stroller to get to Santa or whoever. One thing I will say about Santa too. So we as women have intuition. We have a great intuition that if something feels wrong, it is wrong. So holidays, as well as the whole Santa Claus thing, never force your child to sit on somebody's lap, whether it's Santa or anybody else. If they're feeling uneasy about it, don't do it. You know, they're uneasy. But it also could be Uncle Joe that you see once a year, and you show up at grandma's house. They don't force them to give them a hug or give them a kiss or sit on their lap. And in this day and age with COVID, how about a fist bump?
Yeah.
Instead.
A high five, a wave, a high five. Yep.
Don't force them to do things like that, because you're setting them up that they should be trusting people that they may not want to or feel uncomfortable with. 90% of children, you know that statistic, are molested by somebody that they know. So it's not about stranger danger all the time.
Right.
Yep. Another thing, the safety thing I want to talk about when you're out shopping too, is the parking lot. So the top 3 places for a woman to be attacked is a parking garage, a grocery store parking lot, and a public restroom.
Wow.
Think of those places, at least 2 of those 3 are usually with your children, right? Mm-hmm. So you want to be aware, and there are so many gimmicks going on right now with people walking to their car. You should never approach your car if something is on it. Mm-hmm. Now, don't even take a flyer off of your car, even during the holidays kind of thing, because they could have put chloroform on it. So the second you touch it, you could get woozy, and they're going to come in and they're going to, come in and swoop you up off your feet to be able to.
Wow.
Another thing that's happening in the parking lots is they're working as teams usually. Mm-hmm. A man sees you pull in with your children, they may tie a pink ribbon on your door handle. If you are alone, it's a different color ribbon. If it's a single man, a different color ribbon, so that as a team, they know who is coming to what cars. Okay. You in your pink ribbon are going to be walking out of that store with children, packages, cart, whatever, so that they are already pre-identifying you to help their team. Okay.
Wow. I had
be aware of things on your car. In this day and age, we have masks, so take disposable gloves with you. Mm-hmm. Have them in your purse or something, so that if something is on your car, you take it off with a disposable glove, dispose of it. Let the manager know. Always let the manager of that store know what's happening, because they have security cameras that they can help the police identify who's doing this. They also should be aware of what's happening in their parking lot. They want to know. They want to help. And if you ever walk out and feel something uncomfortable as you're approaching your car, go back in the store. Go back in and tell the manager, something is just not right, or I have a flat tire that I know my car should be fine. It didn't have a flat tire driving here. They will call AAA for you. They will call your husband, boyfriend, brother, sister, whoever for you as well, and help you.
That's another good tip.
Go back in. Don't be afraid to ask for help for someone who can help you. And that's
right. Yep. And that's something too, we were talking about shopping, and there's 2 situations here that come to my mind. One was a personal one for myself, where I was shopping by myself, that rare occasion, I got some time to myself. I'm going to go have some me time and shop around. And there was 3 men in the women's department shopping. Mm-hmm. And I get it.
Red flag.
Exactly. Like, it's the holidays. I understand. But you know what? They were kind of getting a little too close, And of course, I'm trying to, have my situational awareness, and I'm trying to I'm looking around, and saying, this just doesn't seem right, So I quickly leave that aisle. Another lady was in that aisle. She left as well. And I did whatever I had to do, but still continued to be aware. And same thing is whenever I was walking out to the car, you have to kind of still look around and make sure that they're not around. But there's a personal.
I'm live. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. You guys, it's not always just the kids.
It's not always just the kids. I'm so sorry.
I love it. No, it's totally fine. But then here's another situation. You may see these people in the store, and then when you go to check out, you don't see them. Well, this happened to our friend where that was the case. She thought she was being followed, and she thought, no, you're just crazy. And I
will talk herself out of it.
Right. So then she walks out of the store. She doesn't ask to be escorted because she feels like she's okay at this point. And, they were out there. They were out in the parking lot. So we're definitely going to have Rachel on the show. But she is the founder of Whispering Force. And you know what, Theresa, we never even really introduced you and everything that you do.
That's fine. That's
But
fine. We'll put it in the comments. But yeah,
yeah,
I'm Damsel in Defense. With our mission is to educate, equip, and empower you to take care of your own safety. So we do safety tips, we do empower hours, we do self-defense, and then we offer products that you have at your disposal too, because most people don't know where to find things. So that is me on the side.
yes, and it's
I
wonderful.
have teamed up with Rachel for Whispering Force.
Yes.
So proud to be part of that because, she turned a very scary situation in her life and did something good with it. And she didn't leave her house for 3 days. She was petrified, and she turned that into, you know what? I am going to be a warrior, and I am going to start a self-defense class. And she did.
Yeah.
And we are 2 years into this.
I was going to say, yeah.
So it's pretty exciting. And we're hoping next year to expand. So right now we're in the South Hills only.
Yay.
Once a month. Well, I'm sorry, it's every other month.
Every other month.
It was every month, but then this pandemic craziness happened.
Right.
Our goal next year is to expand in different areas.
Yay.
We'd had the
Maybe in Georgia.
Oh, hey, you're willing to set it up. I'm I'm on my way.
That's it. Come on down.
It's 75 degrees, but yeah.
I know. Not complaining.
We can make that happen.
That's right. So with the Whispering Force, if you are in the Pittsburgh area, December 19th, and I'll be sharing more information, definitely in the Momspiration group, but here as well within my personal page. So if there's any women or children, women, moms, children, that are interested in taking a self-defense class, December 19th, just let us know in the comments if you want more information on that. And like I said, we'll be sharing more things. So what these classes look like, that Rachel's done an amazing job setting this all up through this, her organization called Whispering Force is what it's called. And Theresa's there to be able to help provide not supplies, but equipment,
products,
right?
yeah, products that can help you for your vehicles, your home, and your travel, and your personal self-defense. The class is taught by two gentlemen that have their own martial arts, called the Rising Sun, and they're phenomenal. And
they are amazing.
Down that everyone understands when they walk out, you've learned something basic but life-saving.
Yes, absolutely. So if anyone's interested, we're going to be there on the 19th of December. But it's just such a wonderful experience to be able to be there and get those, even if it's a few tips, And same thing here with Theresa. Theresa and I, you did that one time with me and Ella. We did a few kids safety things. So we'll have to do that again.
Right. Yeah, that was fun.
But it's just been such a wonderful experience. And way back when you and I met, I said, I know that self-defense has to be a part of this. It's on my heart to keep moms and children safe. And for Rachel to be able to, create that from her experience, and us be able to get together, all three of us, and be able to do that, it's just so amazing. And I'm not a huge part. I come whenever I'm in town, but I love to be able to let other moms know all about it.
Yeah, just getting the word out and doing your promotion. You are a huge, huge part of our team.
Thank you.
So, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
But one other thing I just want to tell too, when we're talking about parking lots and cars, some people put the decals on their cars. The dad, the twins, the dog, the cat. You are telling so much about your family just with those little decals. So when I told you that these people are teaming up to identify what cars are what, you've already done that for them. They don't need a ribbon of any color to know that you have kids.
Right.
Putting names on your children's clothing, even personalized license plates on your car. Name on things. Because they could go, Christine. Now you think you know that person. Kids think, oh, someone knows mom. It just makes you a softer target. So be aware of those types of things too.
I love that. So much wonderful, valuable information.
We could talk for hours.
I know. We really could. I'm going to see here. So my grandma, I do apologize. I had to check my phone to get the comments, but My grandma is here. Hello.
Hey,
And
Grandma.
I'm here, happy to be here and learn something new. Thanks for sharing. So it's always such a
Thank you.
pleasure to be able to have Theresa as a guest, because I know that we could talk for hours on safety and keeping families safe. And I'm going to share another personal experience. Like I said, this is near and dear to my heart because I've been seeing so many stories come up. And I know that with your help and the partnership that we have, and we're able then to be able to help moms all over by just sharing some of this advice, that should be
Absolutely.
more out there,
Absolutely.
And there were two situations here that I read about. One was they were in Party City with their kids. And, you talked about, if someone were to come up to your kids should drop, they should make all the noise and this is just a very brief part of what I read, but someone came up and just grabbed the kid by their hand and started walking away with them. I mean, it is that quick.
That quick. Mm-hmm.
And my grandma said, did you talk about a secret word? We did not talk about a secret word this time. See, she knows.
Those code words, Grandma, so important. And code words for life.
Mm-hmm.
My kids are in their 20s. Code words still exist. So yeah, we can talk about that.
I love that
too, yeah. But so important.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. Like there was another situation I read about months ago that, when you see these vehicles that may be a little you have that weird feeling in your stomach, you should probably, my words are escaping me today. You should probably, be aware of that.
Yeah. Or snap a picture. Everybody has their phone in. Turns out to be nothing. You delete the photo, right?
I love that.
With people, like I did a speaking engagement this week, and there was a teenager there, and she said, I was on an airplane. I recently went down. I was by myself and was recently going to see my grandparents in Florida, and I had zero doubt that there was a man on the plane who was filming me. And
wow.
I said, okay, did you film him back? And I said, did you have your phone with you? She's like, well, yeah. I mean, as a teenager, they always have their phones. I said, so one thing you should do or should have done is take a picture of him back, because especially on an airplane and in the airport, there are security cameras everywhere and there are security people everywhere. So if you're already doing something that's suspicious, throw it right back at him. Take a picture of him. And through the airport, they would have figured out who he was by his seat, right? They could have followed him through the airport. He may have been trying to traffic people and just staying at the airport and hanging out. You got to think of things like that. So everybody has their phone. If it turns out to be nothing, you delete it. But if you see an unusual car, take a license plate, picture of the license plate. You have a description, because your mind might play tricks on you because you are so concerned about that situation at the moment, but a picture is going to capture it for you. Be able to help you. Yeah. Even like you said, the men in the Target or whatever, men in the women's department who didn't look like they were shopping, snap a picture. Because if something does happen, you have witnessed it. You can let the manager know, or should let the manager know. That all plays into police footage.
Yeah.
Security cameras, all of it plays into, the whole scenario.
I think that's a really good point, because, me as a shopper, a consumer, I was like, okay, well, I was safe. I was fine. Right. But I felt that wasn't right. So I should have reported that, because maybe I was paying attention, but what if they targeted someone that was not aware?
Right. Because they're looking for the person preoccupied. They're looking for the person who might be looking into their phone and not paying attention, because someone can be abducted. Somebody can, whisk a child away so quickly, but they are looking for the soft targets, as we talked about. So I am short, old, and fat. I am an automatic target. Don't yell at me for saying that. She's shaking her head.
I know.
But I am a target. I understand that. My 84-year-old mother is a target because she is older. You are a target because you're preoccupied with children. So, as you're walking out to your car, have your keys already in your hand. Hopefully, a self-defense weapon on that keychain with it.
Right.
But don't be looking down in your purse and trying to scramble and find something. Be prepared before you walk out the door.
Yep.
In every scenario, being prepared is half of your battle.
Yep. And telling your kids too, as we wrap up, I think that's also a huge part of this is making sure your kids know we're going to walk out of the car, or we're going to get out of the car. You're going to hold my hand. You're going to get in the cart. You're going to hold on to the cart. You're going to stay, whatever your instructions are, making sure that you're telling your children exactly what you need to do and why. Why is it important? There are not safe people all around us. Right. There are people that we need to be aware of, and we just need to stay safe. We never make it a negative situation or negative thing. The thing that we always wrap it around is we're staying safe.
100%. And don't think bribes are a bad thing.
No.
My 24-year-old son will tell you, Mom, I used to love when you would bribe me and we would go to the dollar store and I would get my little car. And I'm like, absolutely. If you were going to be good for me while I went for groceries, you were going to the dollar store to pick out whatever you wanted.
Right.
It's worth $1 of my earned money to bribe my child to do that. Or, hey, we'll go to lunch if you can be good, because you've got to teach your children proper behavior in public as well. Tantrums are unacceptable because someone could be abducting your child, or your child could just be having a tantrum. If they're having a tantrum, people are going to walk right by and not help. So what's the difference? They could be crying wolf, and you don't know because they're, you got to teach your children proper behavioral situations out in the public as well. So it all plays into it, but bribes work.
Yeah, they definitely do.
I use them. My kids are adults, so they worked.
No, they totally do. Totally.
Yeah, they do.
Well, I think we are going to wrap up for today, but guys, Theresa is going to be a regular guest here on the Christine Furman Show because she is full of so much knowledge and information on keeping us and our families safe. And I just am always honored to have you as a guest. So thank you very much.
Yeah. And they can also, feel free to follow me on my Facebook page, Defense in Pittsburgh. You can send me private messages, ask private, conversations about what would you do if your child did this kind of thing. I'm happy to always be a resource above and beyond your show as well.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. So if you are interested in contacting and connecting with Theresa, we will definitely have her information here in the chat. You guys can reach out to her and follow her and connect with her because, like we said, so much information for you guys to be able to have access to. So
sorry about the distraction.
No worries. It's all good. It's live TV, right? Live. All right, guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them here in the comments. We will go back and check them out. We're also going to upload this to the Christine Furman Show YouTube channel, and it will be in all of my Facebook groups as well. So you can check it out there and let us know if you have any questions. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much, Theresa. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure. Always. Thank you. All right, guys. Take care. Happy holidays to everybody. Yes. Stay safe. Bye-bye.